now. We're standing on the edge now. This is the moment that we came for, and now we're going it alone. We just wanna know, we just wanna go into the unknown.
Anniversary 2020 is here, and this is your official pregame for our biggest event of the year. Welcome to PCW Ultra Mutiny. Mike Simmons here with you, only mere hours away from our 4-year anniversary bash. Anniversary 2020. It comes to you tonight from the PCW Ultratorium, 231 West C Street in Wilmington, California. Online ticket sales have closed, but we've released a limited number of production hold seats, so get to the venue early and snatch them up. This event will sell out. In our main event this week on Mutiny, we reach into our vault to our 1-year anniversary Fantasm, where the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam, defends the PCW Ultra Championship against the hometown hero, South Central's own Willie Mack. But throughout the show, we'll bring you some of the high points of the year that was as we present the winners of our 2019 year-end awards. And kicking things off, let's take it back to No Quarter for our moment of the year.
It's not easy to have a broken nose and continue to fight out, but she does it.
Going upstairs again, maybe looking for that Magnum. Wasn't able to hit it the first time. I think she's got that distance she needs here. There it is!
She got it!
Oh yeah!
Sumi is out! She is out!
Sayonara! Oh no! Not yet.
What? What is going on tonight?
That's what that desire for championship gold means. You dig down deep, you find that little something extra. A way to fight on. Magnum off the top. Over 1 year reign, Christian Cole. How many people has she put away with the Magnum? Talking about champion Tessa Blanchard, and not enough somehow.
And Sakai is still out, having to be pulled up to a vertical base by her hair. I mean, how did she even kick out?
Blanchard had her measured, was looking to hit with bad intentions. Rolls through! Rolls through!
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new Ultra Women's Champion, Sumi Sakai!
You could just hear the shock in the Ultratorium. The faithful couldn't believe what they saw, and neither can we.
Are you kidding me? Sumi Sakai is the Ultra Women's Champion.
And it came down to a counter. What a fight it was. What a battle it was when it comes to the strike. And we thought it was over when Blanchard hit the Magnum and got all of it off the top. Sakai able to kick out. Counters, rolls her up all the way to cross.
Tessa. Relax, Tessa. Everyone, I knew Tessa is good. Tessa is very good in the world. But today, I know you are amazing in the world. I was so honored to challenge you tonight. Tessa. You are amazing. And I love you. Sumi-san, I 疲れ様でした。
Incredible show of mutual respect
What did she say?
between new champion and former champion.
I think she told her, I hate you. That's what that meant.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so, Christian Cole. I think you need to polish up on your Japanese. But no translation needed here.
Paper champion is what she said.
And the over 15-month reign
I can't believe it.
of Tessa Blanchard shockingly comes to an end here at PCW Ultra No Quarter.
Sumi Sakai definitely shocked all of us here at PCW Ultra, ending an incredible run by the inaugural Ultra Woman Champion, Tessa Blanchard. But it was just a matter of time before a new challenger rose up. Her name? Ruby Reyes, and her unpredictable first appearance is our 2019 debut of the year.
You know what? They say if you want to make an impression, you gotta do it at PCW Ultra.
Blanchard had her measured, was looking to hit with bad intentions. Rolls through! Rolls through!
What? I've been trying to get in this fucking promotion for years.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Ruby Reyes, and they call me the equal opportunity ass kicker.
It seems like the doors are locked.
Another gutsy performance for Sumi Sakai, her first successful title defense.
Well, who the hell is that?
So I kicked the fucking doors down and I kicked the shit out of your women's championship.
Whoa, it's Ruby Reyes! Reyes is here at PCW Ultra, making a statement, and Reyes destroying Sumi Sakai, who is out.
You tell me this. Did I make an impression?
Sumi Sakai puts her title on the line against a determined and defiant Ruby Reyes tonight at Anniversary 2020. Who will walk out as champion? The only way you can find out is to join us live at the Ultratorium. It's been a long time coming for this Ultra original. Hammerstone has spent his entire PCW career working toward this moment. He can cap off a breakout 2019 by defeating MUERTES and becoming only the 6th man to hold one of the most prestigious titles in the game, the Ultra Championship. Tonight, he gets a second chance and a shot at redemption.
Do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like to work your ass off for years to reach a goal, and right when you almost have it, it slips through your fingers? Because I do. Because I almost had one of the most prestigious championships in all of professional wrestling. The PCW Ultra Heavyweight Championship. A championship that I worked and worked and worked to get a shot at. And when I finally did, I lost. But that's what separates me from the rest of the pack. Because when I lost, I decided to walk away from PCW Ultra, go back to the drawing board, and face the hard fact that maybe your boy Hammer wasn't ready. So what did I do? Make my way to Japan, make my way to Mexico, travel across the country, hone my craft, become the best version of Hammerstone that you've ever seen. And now, just like clockwork, coming back to it. This time, that PCW Ultra Championship has made itself around the waist of a monster. Man of 1,000 deaths, MUERTES. And Mil, trust me, I've been paying real close attention to everything you've been doing in PCW Ultra. But I hope you've been paying attention to everything I've been doing around the world, because I've had one goal in mind this entire time. When I returned to PCW Ultra, I was going to get #1 contendership, and I was going to win that championship. And now, we're finally meeting. January 10th. Wilmington, California. MUERTES, Hammerstone. And this time, you're getting my absolute best. And I'm not gonna walk away empty-handed.
In Japan, we have embraced many things from the West. We honor them. We celebrate them. And master them. In return, we offer something for you to enjoy. Sapporo, Japan's oldest beer brand, now brewed and enjoyed around the world. And our way of saying, arigato.
We want to send a huge shout out to the band Odd Palace for The Unknown, which is the anthem of PCW Ultra Mutiny. It's available on Apple Music, Spotify, and streaming outlets everywhere. Next week on Mutiny, we'll bring you tag team action from Anniversary 2K19. Joseph and Fatu, WARBEAST, take on Sami Callihan and Madman Fulton, the Death Machines. Also, we'll break the very first match announcement for our next event, Over the Under. Winning championship gold at the beginning of 2019 and capping off the year with a top-tier Match of the Year candidate, the PCW Ultra Wrestler of the Year is the Ultralight Champion, Jake Atlas. He goes into battle tonight against two opponents he knows very well, Dom Kubrick and Douglas James.
What do you see your future in the next year?
Reigning as PCW Ultralight Champion for an entire year and taking on the most intense challenges that can come my way.
Jake Atlas comes in here on the 3-year anniversary of PCW Ultra and shows that he is just a diamond in the rough, and he is now the PCW Ultra Light Champion.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it.
I am Jake Atlas, and this is PCW Ultra. I have built this place from the ground up, from the very beginning until what it is now.
Head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track, keep my head up, staying strong.
And now, I am the PCW Ultralight Champion.
Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets, live with every breath, see my message start to spread, and I had so many dreams.
To have this title means the world to me, because everyone who didn't think that I could make it, now look at me and think, that's who I aspire to be, that's who I want to become.
Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah,
this is my path. I'm ready to show you the world.
Dom Kubrick, a guy who has worked his tail off to get here and make his debut in Young Guns and try to earn himself an opportunity at our 4-year anniversary coming up on January 10th.
Jake and I, we have a long history. We started together. I've had that title before. I want it now. I'm walking out a two-time PCW Ultra Light champion.
Yeah, how you can get it back, yeah, cause I ain't never done. I'll be #1, working hella hard.
Last year, I suffered the worst injury of my career. I didn't know if I'll ever be back.
Wait a minute, what the hell? No! Holy Doug James is back!
DJ finds himself right at home next time out with a shot at the ultralight title.
I'm a fighter, I'm a warrior, and you bet your ass that I'm back in PCW Ultra.
Douglas James was told he would never wrestle again. Douglas James was told he may never walk again. And now James has a date with destiny as he will face off for the Ultralight Championship.
Will the reigning Wrestler of the Year successfully defend his title? Can Kubrick cash in on the opportunity of a lifetime? Or will Douglas James become the only two-time ultralight champion in history? We'll get our answer tonight at Anniversary 2020. Also on the card tonight, a pair of PCW Ultra debuts as Killer Cross takes on the masterpiece Chris Masters in a battle of heavyweight bruisers. The 6'7" monster from Puerto Rico, the Bloodhunter, collides with the homicidal, suicidal, genocidal machine of destruction SABU. But now we know that the Taskmaster, the devil himself, Kevin Sullivan, will be in the Bloodhunter's corner. Who knows what kind of madness will unfold with a sadistic mind like Sullivan's at ringside. And this one can seal the show. In a match presented by our partners at DEFY Wrestling, a man who competed at our inaugural event in 2016, the Ultra Original, TJ Perkins, takes on former DEFY champion, Artemis Spencer. TJ Perkins made his long-awaited return to PCW Ultra at our event of the year, as voted on by you, Mindcrawler. It also featured the debuts of Jordan Grace, Shaft, and Brian Pillman Jr. in this match, which fans voted as our match of the year.
Two champs going at it. Two-time Ultra champion Pentel Cerro Nieto going to war with Joseph. We talked earlier about TJ Perkins being around at Release the Kraken as he faced Scorpio Sky. Joseph faced MVP in the first ever PCW Ultra main event in a Syrian death match. And the rest is history. They've held that title for basically forever and a day.
I smile fondly thinking of the memories of Joseph versus MVP. If you're watching this match, you could easily go back and watch that match from Release the Kraken by going to PCWUltra.com or searching for us on your Amazon Prime subscription. Every single one of our events is posted there, and we appreciate all the fans' feedback and following along with PCW Ultra. But partner, there's no better way to take in this company than to come here and show up with the masses who are standing on top of their chairs in some cases to watch this brawl go down. Who will walk out with the Ultra Tag Team Championships?
And this does not bode well for Pentel Cerro Nieto here. He's in there, he's isolated with both members of WARBEAST as Ray Phoenix tried to go high risk coming off of the scaffolding. He's nowhere to be found. Well, now he's checking back in. Beautiful springboard back kick. And now the Lucha Brothers are starting to take over, partner.
This is trouble. They're in the ring now. And that's bad news as Penta throws Joseph outside. But Phoenix and Fatu are in the ring, and title can change hands in the ring. This is a bad spot for WARBEAST, who loves to destroy and dismantle their opponents on the outside.
He might have a fighting shot inside the squared circle rather than out there in the Devil's Playground where anything goes. Nice super kick by Phoenix trying to pin the powerful Polynesian, but easier said than done.
Couldn't exactly cover him the way he wanted to. Couldn't hook that monstrous leg of Fatu. That leg just alone probably weighs 110 pounds. It's probably accurate. To lift that thing up, try to get a pinfall attempt is very difficult. That's why Phoenix now electing to try a submission armbar potentially. There's going to be no rope breaks here. All violence is legal, including smashing Fatu's arm in half.
A lot of smashing going on the outside of the ring as well as Joseph and Penta continue to go to war. But you got to take advantage when you have one of your opponents inside the ring. That's the only way this match will end.
Oh shit. Oh no! And Joseph is busted open, as you can see, and has been for the last number of moments. And Penta sticking those skewers and pounding skewers into the forehead of the Midnight Sun. And my God, they're stuck inside of his skull.
Oh my goodness! Unbelievable! Now for the cover. It's over. It's finally over. No!
That was just a taste of the violence that occurred between two of the best tag teams on the planet last June. And you'll be able to relive that moment in our entire history anytime at PCWOnDemand.com. And speaking of WARBEAST, our final category is the Feud of the Year. And you get no more brutal, no more heinous, no more vile than the rivalry between WARBEAST and Outlaws Inc.
You must not be paying attention. City to city, state to state, kicking fucking ass all over this bitch. Y'all better get right, cause we dealing out fucking violence.
Last time I was here with my homie Homicide, man, it was just business. And we beat your asses.
WARBEAST, you got a war.
You ain't shit.
You got a war.
You ain't shit. It ain't no secret, you're the toughest son of a bitches that ever fought us in this building.
This is only a taste. This is only a taste. I want more. You guys want to fight? I like that, homie. That's all life. We're not gimmicks.
We told you, we told everybody, the whole fucking world's on notice. We're the best tag team in the world right now.
Yeah, man, you're the tag team champions. That makes you something. That doesn't make you anything though to us. Cause every other tag team in the world may be top notch. You ain't nothing until you beat the king and the god of New York.
I don't care who you are. Everybody is put on notice. PCW Ultra, DEFY Tag Team Champion. Right.
You wanna do it? January 10th. Let's put this shit in a fucking cage match.
What?
I want fucking hard water.
If we have to take it in blood, we'll take it in blood.
The body count is gonna continue to fucking rise.
There's no fear here with that. Cause we are raw. This is who we are. 24 hours a day.
You're gonna have to fucking kill me before you take those belts out of mine and Fatu's hands.
The bottom line is, no matter what, you will respect it, and you will deal with it. Bitch!
Eddie Kingston, Homicide, Fatu, and Joseph Samael will wage war inside a steel cage tonight. It's your main event for the PCW Ultra and DEFY tag team titles. Our main event on Mutiny goes back to our 1-year anniversary bash. Fantasm, as the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam defends the Ultra Championship against the hometown hero, Willie Mack. On the call, as always, the voices of PCW Ultra from the very beginning, Todd Kennelly and Christian Cole. And to set the stage, here's ring announcer, Dan Masters.
Well, Christian Cole, main event time. They don't get any bigger. This is the one they've all been waiting for.
And now you hear the ovation as Willie Mack, the SoCal hero, the hometown hero. Of course, Willie Mack growing up just down the street in Compton, California. We're here in Wilmington tonight at PCW's one-year anniversary show, Fantasm. And Willie Mack is a crowd favorite. But Todd, the story tonight is that he's not the only favorite in this match.
That's absolutely true, and Willie Mack went, quite frankly, from sitting in the crowd at shows like this at one time, watching Rob Van Dam wrestle. In fact, I think Rob Van Dam influenced a lot of Willie Mack's offense. RVD's got the 5-star frog splash. Willie Mack, not to be outdone, labeled his the 6-star frog splash. Now it all becomes real for Willie Mack. He's held regional gold, but can he win the big one? Can he cap off that destiny win here tonight and take home the championship?
I believe he can, but will he is a different question. He's going up against one of the all-time best, Rob Van Dam.
And his opponent,
Tell you what, Christian, get ready for the roof to blow off this brand new venue.
Of course, Rob Van Dam getting ready to go out. And there he is.
Man who, at Clear the Way, defeated the first ever PCW champion, Pentagon Jr. RVD, after that victory, saying, looks like I found a new home. RVD is PCW, but can he do the one thing that nobody has done thus far, and that is successfully defend that prestigious title?
You know, for me, as long as I've been commentating on this great sport, as long as I've been a fan since WrestleMania 6, you know, I got a little bit of goosebumps when Rob said that this was his new home. I mean, RVD is a future Hall of Famer. Rob Van Dam, a former world champion, a champion everywhere he's gone. Rob Van Dam, respected as one of the best athletes, one of the best practitioners of all types of martial arts moves here in the ring. As he greets the fans, he's a fan favorite. And when he said RVD is PCW, he meant it. He's back. He's here to defend his title.
And that made everybody at Pacific Coast Wrestling proud. The fans proud to be part of this. It truly, in this year since Release the Kraken, it has been a movement. And it just skyrocketed with this man coming into the promotion, winning the championship. But he is in for one hell of a fight here tonight. Years ago, perhaps the challenger Willie Mack would have been starstruck. No longer. He is out here to kick RVD's ass, take the gold. He's not to be outdone. And look at this.
Where's he going?
Showmanship by the whole effing show.
And Rob, of course, gonna get his second entrance in right now. And the fans, they'll take 10 more. And look at Rob enjoying every bit of this.
What a victory it was for Rob Van Dam over Pentagon Jr. Now, most time-tested veteran, would stick to the moves in their playbook. They wouldn't deviate much. You know, you'll do what took you to the dance. RVD hit a Canadian Destroyer against Pentagon Jr. as well as played the hits. He showed that he's willing and ready to evolve to hold on to that title.
Yeah, every single person in this sold-out house here at the PCW Memorial Hall in Wilmington, California is on their feet, paying respect to the champion. And for Rob Van Dam, I mean, there it is. For Rob Van Dam, he knows Willie Mack. This is actually an issue for Willie Mack. See, when Willie first came into the industry, he was an underdog. Nobody knew who he was. But as Willie has gotten better and better and positioned himself as the #1 contender here in PCW, people start to study your moves. They start to take note of your mannerisms in the ring, your habits, your tendencies. Rob Van Dam, one of the smartest wrestlers. You know he studied Willie Mack, and he's ready for this match.
All right, Dan Masters gonna set the stage.
This contest is your PCW Fantasm main event of the evening. Your official, PCW senior official, Rick Knox. This bout, one fall, 60-minute time limit for the heavyweight championship. Introducing first, our challenger from South Central Los Angeles, weighing in earlier this evening at 282 pounds, he is the #1 contender, Chocolate Thunder, Willie Mack.
What a story for Willie Mack in the main event here. He's come so far.
His opponent from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing 232 pounds. He is our current reigning and defending Pacific Coast Wrestling heavyweight champion, Mr. PCW, the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam.
And for Rob Van Dam,
60 minutes for the heavyweight championship.
He said that this PCW title means as much to him as any title he's worn in his career.
It's been a revival. It's been a rebirth for Rob Van Dam, who for some time, you know, he seemed happy to be on the sidelines, but there was something about PCW and the level of competition here that brought him off of the beach here in Southern California, put him back in the ring. But then he had to question, can I really do it? Goes out there, defeats one of the top international stars in Pentagon Jr. Now you mentioned, yes, RVD's had 2 months to prepare for Willie Mack, to study Willie Mack, but nothing can prepare you to get hit by that Mack truck.
Absolutely, yeah, like Todd Kennedy said, nearly 60 days now since Rob Van Dam won that heavyweight championship. And for Willie Mack, will he have a hometown advantage? Will being here in Southern California for this huge opportunity be an advantage for Willie?
It could be, but obviously there's going to be a lot of mutual respect for Willie Mack and RVD.
The crowd's going crazy already, dueling chants.
Well, there you hear the support for the hometown hero, Willie Mack. And now it switches to the other side for RVD. Got a feeling these guys could stand here for 10 minutes, never touch each other, and the fans would all still be on their feet. This thing like a powder keg ready to explode.
It really is. Both men adorning trunks, or rather Willie adorning the trunks with the blue and white. Rob Van Dam in the singlet, blue and white. Ladies and gentlemen, for Todd Kennedy, my name is Christian Cole. We are presenting to you now PCW Fantasm, January 20th, 2017. A day where we saw a president inaugurated for the first time in 8 years, and we may see a new champion inaugurated in the King of Los Angeles, Willie Mack.
Well, and as we celebrate the inaugural event of PCW 1 year ago and how this company has grown, the crowd has grown, and this is one heck of a main event, fitting of our first anniversary.
The anticipation in the building, you could feel the anticipation as Rob lets everybody know exactly who they're dealing with. A future Hall of Famer, a man with some of the best and most lethal kicks in professional wrestling history.
And Van Dam, we found, as we mentioned, a lengthy layoff. He came back, he showed no ring rust. In fact, he proved that he was more dangerous.
Roll up here.
Mack looking for the quick win.
And look how smart Mack is to use all of his leverage on that schoolboy, putting his entire 282-pound body on the legs of Rob Van Dam. And that, what is that?
Van Dam saying maybe he pulled the singlet. And, you know, Willie Mack showing, though, playing the mind games, too. Willie Mack, we said, not going to be starstruck, and you saw it there saying, hey, RVD, I was this close.
Yeah, I remember a time when Willie Mack would be asking this guy for his autograph. Willie's grown up a lot over the last few years. Of course, in 2012, Willie Mack losing his father, affectionately known as Foots, and in that next week winning a major television title. And that speech was one of the most incredible emotional speeches that Willie Mack's ever given, finally able to earn the title, bring it home to Foots before Foots passed, just a month later actually. And for Willie Mack, that's what it is. It's an emotional investment for the fans. Everyone loves Willie. As soon as you meet him, you want to know him more. You want to hang out with him. You want to have a conversation about cartoons or pro wrestling or whatever he's into that day. And for Willie, you would think that he'd be starstruck. Again, as you said, I mean, with Rob Van Dam in the ring, this is a Hall of Famer standing across the ring. Bottom line. But for Willie, it's just not the case.
Willie just so fun-loving, but he just enjoys competing. He loves the crowd. And again, a second shoulder block. Oh, look at that!
Oh,
countered again! Van Dam goes for the leg sweep. Willie Mack might get him. That's 2 near falls for the challenger in the early going. You mentioned RVD knowing Willie Mack. Well, Willie Mack's been watching RVD for a long time. He's got him well scouted, Christian.
And that was incredibly close, a near fall. Again, as you said, 2 of them now. And for Willie Mack, he's showing real promise at the beginning of this match against the veteran Rob Van Dam. Look at Willie. Willie looks comfortable. He looks relaxed, Todd.
And Willie's smart here, Christian, staying in the ring. Not too many people outshine Rob Van Dam in the early going of a match. But Van Dam probably, you know, he likes to get you on the outside where anything goes, where he can use that environment as a weapon and use it as a launch pad. Willie Mack knows right now that the only way he's taking home that title is if he can beat RVD in the center of the ring.
And this speaks to the growth of Willie Mack. This speaks to the maturity of Willie Mack. A guy who used to buy tickets just like every one of these fans at PCW and was able to turn himself into a champion, or at least a contender at this time. Will he become a champion?
And this is not the type of start that RVD is accustomed to. He's traditionally a very quick starter. And look, Willie Mack charged right back in trying to press the offense, but now RVD comes out of the blocks offensively, big kick, and Mack tastes the guardrail on the outside.
And now Rob stalking him on the outside. What is he going to do here?
We talked about it, Christian. This is right where Van Dam wants you, where he can take it to the extreme.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Rob Van Dam, the old 90s days where he was the ECW champion. Rob Van Dam knows violence like nobody else, but it's his lethal kicks and strikes that have made him famous. Oh, just like that.
Oh man, whoa, Willie Mack! That shot, that strike takes Willie Mack all the way over the guardrail, and he hit hard. Man. Can you believe the velocity of those educated feet of Van Dam? Incredible.
I mean, I've been watching Rob Van Dam for 20 years, and I still can't believe my eyes when I watch this man fight. Oh, slipping there, and now we don't have coverage from our camera. There we are.
There we go. Great work by our incredible production staff. Van Dam, though, still wasn't pretty, but caught enough of Willie Mack to drop the challenger again on the outside. And
even from our vantage point, slipping there on the top, but actually driving that elbow into the forehead of Willie. But Willie coming back, maybe a little bit of possum there by Willie Mack.
Rick Knox allowing a lot of leniency here, Christian Cole. This huge main event. We're going to want to see a winner. You don't even see him thinking about administering a count at this point.
No, absolutely not. We will see a champion here tonight decided, hopefully in the center of the ring. This is not a falls count anywhere match. But if you're Rick Knox, it's impossible to control these two guys.
You can do a lot of damage out there, though. Soften up your opponent. Champion now starts to fire back. But Willie now just burying the champion under chairs.
And for the fans of PCW that come down here and sell out these shows, what an incredible vantage point they have in the front row.
Uh-oh, look at this. Willie like a hammerlock slam, but with the chair. Oh my gosh, on the outside.
I don't even know what to say about that. That you could hear that. We're about 100 feet away. You could feel that, Todd. Mack now mocking RVD.
Trying to beat the PCW champion at his own game. And Willie Mack proving that he's somewhat of an innovator of offense in his own right.
Certainly he is. I mean, how many 282-pound men do you know can do a standing moonsault? Other than maybe Fatu and Willie Mack.
Yeah, I'd throw Jeff Cobb in there and maybe Kratos, and that's about it. No more.
All names here that you could see only at PCW.
You're not kidding, buddy. Back and forth action on the outside. I mean, it looks like a mosh pit out there. They've cleared these chairs. I mean, it's like a gladiator arena in the middle of the Memorial Hall.
The big scooping super kick there by RVD, followed up by a couple of big forearms. Look at this, they're surrounded by humanity. Oh my God, another one. Reckless abandon with these strikes, throwing his entire body weight into the jaw of Willie Mack, and Willie might be out.
Vicious kick there by Mr. PCW, Rob Van Dam, the reigning champ. He's got Willie Mack down, but you can't think that he's out. We've seen Willie battle back so many times, time and time again. He's battled back through life, let alone in and outside the ring. And this match means so much to him, but right now, Van Dam doing exactly what he wants. Willie Mack, though, counters with the backdrop.
Willie Mack, such a great story. From the bus to the limousine. I mean, this is a guy who took public transportation to get to all of his shows back in the day. Now featured as one of the highest paid professional wrestlers in the world is Willie Mack. Certainly in this great company, Pacific Coast Wrestling, we're watching Willie and RVD go at it. Just the sound of that. Willie Mack versus Rob Van Dam. Incredible story from Willie.
You know, Willie Mack, he's gone most recently from Lucha Warfare to just Warfare here in PCW with RVD. The way this thing's going, I don't know if we're in Memorial Hall or a bingo hall. This is a bit of a throwback thus far, and I guess RVD, the champion, was a little bit parched.
Willie Mack curing that parchedness with a little water to the face as they brawl here on the outside. Oh, big line there. Oh, man. Oh, you could feel Rob's body hit the concrete.
Maybe a little buyer's remorse there for the champion. A kick by RVD sent Willie Mack over that rail earlier, and now the shoe is on the other foot, and Willie Mack, the challenger, in control of this matchup. Not too many people can get the better of Van Dam on the outside in that anything-goes environment, Christian.
And it's a testament to Willie Mack's ability to study his opponents. A lot of guys think he's just a brawler, that he's just a fun-loving guy who fights based on purely on inspiration, but it's not. He's educated. He watches these guys. He studies tape constantly. Willie Mack, the thing is that Rob Van Dam has a lot more tape out there than Willie Mack. And Willie Mack has been studying him for the last 2 months. And is this the night, Todd Kennelly? Is this the night that Willie Mack wins the big one?
That's the question on the minds of the multitudes here in Wilmington. That's what packed this venue, to see this, to answer that question. Is this the night that Willie Mack makes magic, that he finally ascends to the top of the mountain and wins the big one?
Certainly seems that way right now, Todd. And getting driven right now into the guardrail. He's countered by Rob Van Dam.
Van Dam, in his first PCW title defense, finds himself in an absolute war. Now, we know that Van Dam is capable of lengthy title reigns. He held the ECW television title for 700 days. I don't know if he faced anything quite like Chocolate Thunder. Not a suplex on the outside. Hangs him up to dry. And this is right where Van Dam wants you. Call Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake, because I gotta believe we got ourselves a guillotine coming.
And look at Van Dam now, setting him up. And Willie Mack's in trouble.
Van Dam playing the hits and laying them all over Willie Mack, and he hit it to perfection. He might have slipped earlier. He didn't slip that time.
Just like we spoke about low-key earlier in our card this evening, there is not a single wasted movement from Rob Van Dam. This is how he's extended his career for so long. almost nearly a certain Hall of Famer, able to come in here and win the heavyweight championship against Pentagon Jr. And on that same night, it was Willie Mack who became the #1 contender for the PCW heavyweight title and positioned himself to fight against one of his idols and try and take the gold back to South Central.
RVD instinctively rolling in to break the count. I'm not certain that there was one to begin with. But still veteran instincts by Van Dam, who wants to prove that he's Mr. PCW. He wants to prove he's the best. I gotta believe he wants to beat Willie Mack in the middle. Oh my goodness, look out here. Rolling thunder on the concrete.
Rob almost feeling the effects nearly as much as Willie.
Sacrifice play there, Christian, and although they're out there on the concrete, they gotta feel like they got hit by a hot bat.
For Rob Van Dam, really just, this is what made him famous, Todd Kennelly. This is what got him where he is now, taking risks, putting his body on the line at every moment, entertaining the fans, and ultimately taking home the gold.
Van Dam has the high ground, now back to the outside. You can't give Willie Mack a second to breathe. You can't give him a chance to recuperate. We've seen him battle back from seemingly everything.
No one gave Willie a chance. Not his teachers in high school. Willie had one guy who believed in him other than his father, his football coach, one of his closest allies to this day. And will Willie bring back the title to South Central? Will he prove to his football coach and to the legacy of his late father that he could be the PCW heavyweight champion, that he could carry this company into 2018 and beyond?
Well, he's shown thus far that he certainly belongs, but what a heartbreaker it would be if he can't get it done. But a vicious kick through the uprights. I think that one was one Janikowski would be proud of. Taking all the air out of the lungs of Van Dam. Oh man, had him pinned, had that weight over him and could not put him away.
Codebreaker followed up by stacking up Rob, just too close to the corner, not enough leverage in the center of the ring. Rob able to kick out, Willie in a bad position out there. And what will Willie Mack do? Will this be his night?
What a reaction as we laid out there momentarily. The crowd eating up every second of this as both champion and challenger are eating a lot of punishment as well. What a struggle. Both guys hard pressed to even get back to their feet as they continue to trade. Rear waist lock by the champion Van Dam. Jawbreaker now. Uh-oh. Oh, it's going to be a stunning victory. Oh, he planted him. New champ coming. Van Dam in the ropes. Did body positioning save the champion there?
It absolutely did. I'm actually not sure why Rick counted. He must have not seen Van Dam's foot caught in the rope for the entirety of that 2.5 count. Caught up in the stunner, caught up in the emotion of the moment. Rick Knox missed the call there, but luckily, no controversy. Rob kicking out anyway.
What a hellacious stunner that was by the challenger, Willie Mack. That's a little something Van Dam saw back in the day, isn't it?
It really is. Oh my God. Huge left elbow to the face. Oh my God.
The champion in trouble on the ropes.
Yeah,
literally and figuratively here, Christian.
This is big problems for Rob Van Dam and his title. Willie Mack coming in with the cannonball, catching Van Dam on that left shoulder and neck area, folding him down. Cover, 2 count. No, just a 2 count.
Another close call there for Van Dam and a close call for Willie Mack, who wants this so badly. This is everything. This is his entire life in this moment, encapsulated in this moment. Can he get it done? But Van Dam also showing the heart of a champion.
Todd, if Willie Mack wins this match, this place is going to explode.
Well, you mentioned it. Willie wearing similar colors. I think Willie wants to prove that he's Mr. PCW.
Willie not really able to get all that Irish whip.
Now Van Dam, all of a sudden the fresher of the two, this epic clash has taken so much out of both.
Beautiful high kick there, Todd. That was really pretty. Oh man, springboard into a leg drop from Van Dam.
Again, another case where Van Dam changing up the game. Thought it was going to be split-legged moonsault. There it is, on the money. One of his favorites. Is that going to do it? No, that hand was coming down.
And Rob not able to actually hook that outside leg. Fatigued as Rob Van Dam is. As every maneuver you perform on a 282-pound man is going to take it out of you. And Van Dam showing the effects of that now.
These guys fought inside the ring, outside the ring. Sacrifice plays by both men, putting their bodies on the line. What is it going to take? Van Dam misses with the roundhouse kick to the top. Atomic drop. There's,
like that,
there's a little old school, huh?
Oh, nice. Inverted atomic drop. Look at that.
There goes Van Dam's social plans for the evening. One
man.
way or another, and a big drop kick there by the challenger. Much like the kick that sent the challenger over the rails earlier.
And look at the eyes of Willie Mack as he searches for the crowd's reaction, feeding from the energy of these fans, growing up just about 10 minutes down the road, moving from foster home to foster home. Willie Mack with one of the roughest upbringings you can imagine, and now a star in this industry as he sets up Rob Van Dam, tying him up in the corner.
Van Dam, yep, tied to the tree of woe, but what does Willie Mack have in oh, no way. Do you think he's going to do this, Chris? Do you see what I'm seeing here?
Is this coast to coast? No,
we talked about six-star.
There's no way he's going to make it, Tom.
We talked about the six-star frog splash. Don't tell me he's going to go for the Van Terminator.
Oh, my God!
Van Dam's dead. He's dead.
Oh, my God, Todd. Willie Mack wants this so bad. Able to pull it out, diving across the ring.
And if he does it with one of Van Dam's own moves, Willie Mack, 282 pounds, coast to coast, and he's going to take home the gold. No! A man his size is not supposed to do that. And incredible. We talked about Willie Mack being influenced by RVD. You saw it there. A heavyweight competitor going coast to coast is unthinkable, especially with what he's gone through in this matchup already, Christian.
And where is Van Dam's head right now other than with a bunch of cobwebs? Van Dam, no idea where he is right now, as this battle has taken everything out of him.
And Willie Mack now, what's it going to take? Throwing his best, throwing Van Dam's best at the champion. He's with everything on the line. Can he find one more shot at whatever it's going to take to put away this legend? What better way to finally become champion than by doing it by beating an absolute legend, Christian Cole? Can he do it?
Willie now charging in, but taking a boot. And can Willie Mack find it here?
Uh-oh, Van Dam not where you want to be.
Oh my God, that's bad for Willie there. That's trouble.
And that buys the champion some time. That mouthpiece not going to offer much protection there against Van Dam.
And now Van Dam grabbing a chair. And this speaks to the competition in the center of the ring. As much as Willie Mack looks like he might be out, Van Dam thinks he needs a chair to come in. Maybe some old vintage Van Dam we're going to see here.
Well, we already saw it, but we saw it from Willie Mack. Hit that Van Terminator. That was one for the ages. Look out here, maybe Van Daminator. Nobody home there. Willie Mack catches him. Exploder suplex.
Willie Mack screaming out, and the sound of his voice echoing off the Memorial PCW Hall here in Wilmington. And will this be his moment as he stalks Rob Van Dam?
Do you feel it, Christian Cole? I feel it. It's Willie Mack's night. He's been ahead of the champion. He's got him up here. Samoan drop. Don't tell me, can he do it? Oh, yeah. Little showstopper indeed into perhaps a hot, oh, man.
And for Willie, what else does he have to do? Look at the shock and dismay in the face of Willie Mack as he interrogates the referee, asking if it was over, only a 2 count.
Both of these men know exactly what they're in there with now. Willie Mack knows that he is in there with a true legend, RVD, that lives up to the billing. And RVD knows that he is in there with somebody hell-bent on taking his gold and living his dream.
But for Willie Mack, the dream has lasted so long. For Willie Mack, it began nearly 3 decades ago.
Oh, the scissors into the cover.
Oh my God.
Great counter by RVD. Yes, go ahead, Christian. Uh-oh.
Oh no! Oh no! Did Rob Van Dam just crush and terminate the dreams of Willie Mack with that huge spinning back kick? The Van Terminator.
Oh my goodness.
Van Daminator rather, now Rob.
That could be the beginning of the end. Yeah, no imitation there is the sincerest form of flattery. That was the original. 5-star frog splash. That's how he put away Pentagon Jr. Can he beat Willie Mack? Yes. Oh my gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still Pacific Coast Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Mr. PCW, the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam.
Christian Cole, Rob Van Dam, proving why he is such a legend, why he is Mr. PCW, and I'm honored that PCW is his home and he's the champion, but you can't help but feel a little bit bad, almost like he got punched in the gut to see Willie Mack come so close to put on the performance of his career, of his lifetime, and coming up just short against one of the greatest champions in the history of this sport.
I'm actually in awe as Rob now helps Willie up to his feet. Mutual respect from Hall of Famer to the youngster Willie Mack. Willie just a hair shy of earning himself the PCW Heavyweight Championship.
Iron sharpens iron, incredible mutual respect. If anything, this is gonna fuel Willie Mack. He knows he belongs with the very best.
And Rob Van Dam deserves every bit of the adulation he's receiving in this ring. If you've never heard of Willie Mack, if this is the first time you've heard of Willie Mack, you now know the type of competitor that Willie is, the heart, the desire. But Rob's veteran acumen, Rob's skills, his strikes, his kicking, the fact that he is the champ, all the advantage is too much for Willie Mack to handle.
There's only 5 names on the short list of Ultra champions in history. Rob Van Dam, Johnny Ultra, Penta, Shane Swerve Strickland, and MUERTES. Can Hammerstone add his name and cement his place in PCW Ultra history? Or will MUERTES continue his dominant nearly year-long reign as Ultra Champion? Find out tonight, live at Anniversary 2020, 231 West C Street in Wilmington, California. Bell times at 8:30, doors open an hour before, with a platinum ticket holder meet and greet at 5:30. If you're anywhere near Southern California, there's still time. Don't miss out on our biggest event of the year. This is the full spectrum of professional wrestling. We are PCW Ultra. On behalf of our entire crew, thank you for supporting us the last 4 years, and we'll see you tonight at Anniversary 2020.